every aspect of our life, we don't like to live like everyone else. We like to live outside the box. We don't want to do soccer and ballet because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what everyone else is doing. We want our kids to travel and just be involved in all these things that aren't the norm, you know? Towards the end of the summer, we brought her because she was out of school, and she's like, I want to do this. And me and Jason were kind of both shocked because she was super into princess and just real girly. And so, you know, we got her a skateboard and we started bringing her, and she fell in love with it and has been doing it ever since.
Say, I started skateboarding.
I started skateboarding when I was 5.
Cool. And what do you like most about skateboarding?
Grinding and skating balls. I like to do airs over hips and rock and rolls.
We actually make our kids get back on the horse no matter what it is. If they get hurt doing anything or discouraged doing anything, we make it a point to make them get back on the horse. Otherwise, their vision of it's going to be tainted from what it was. They've had some nasty falls, and we made them get right back on the horse. And it's like, just so they can move past it mentally.
She's pretty self-motivating on those things.
I've been to the skate park a couple times when boys have said something to her in regards to, I remember one little boy went up to her and said, "Can you even skate?" And she came up and told me that and was kind of devastated. And I said, "Bella, you know, you just need to prove that you can." So she went out there and she did she did her thing, and the boy's jaw just like dropped. Bella has definitely gained an amazing amount of confidence from surfing and skating. She is super shy, but if she's skateboarding or surfing, she comes alive, and she has gained that confidence, and before she had no confidence.
You go to the skate park and it's all boys. You know, it's intimidating for little girls. There's a lot of other parents that encourage their kids to go skateboard and whatnot, more so than ever.
She's not, I don't want to say she's a tomboy by any means, but she's
definitely not frilly.
Not a girly girl. She doesn't really wear that many dresses and stuff like that. The boys, you know, they started skateboarding and they both fell really bad on their hip, and we basically stopped because they got hurt, or well, they perceived, or they showed us that they kind of got hurt, and we believed them, which we probably shouldn't have at the time. So we kind of took a break from it after that. They never really got that good, and then we decided we kind of all wanted to get back into it because we thought it would be a really neat thing for our whole family to do. And we didn't know how Rels would take to it, but she actually just took to it, and it was pretty much game on.
I'm the only girl that skates in my school. I fall. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I just slide on my knees. Sometimes I get burns. Sometimes I hurt my knees. Sometimes I get bruises from the shin.
We encourage her to do the best she can in everything that she does. And we encourage her to do things that she doesn't think she can, but we know she can. A daily, you know, I wouldn't say daily, but every couple days, we say, hey, are you still comfortable, you know, where you're at right now in skateboarding? Do you want to continue? You know, and there will be a day that she decides, you know what, I'm going to take a break. And she may never come back to skateboarding. But hopefully, she'll have found something in skateboarding, and she'll miss that. We kind of want our kids to all just intermingle in the whole culture, and it shouldn't be a guy and girl thing at all. It should be, you're a skater. She's part of the, you know, at the NCS YMCA, she's part of one of the kids, you know, and she goes there, and all the boys say hi to her, and they joke around together, and they skate off and play tag, and it's never been an issue at all. Skateboarding is just a sport. It's just another outlet. That's just the one that we choose. Yeah, it's a male-dominated sport, at this point, but there's nothing that says that can't change.
She's taken her falls and she's worked hard, she's bounced back, and all of us have, and just kind of moving forward. It's pretty neat to see anybody grow,
Got it.
I don't know if she would be skateboarding if it wasn't for her brother so much. So
I like that he babysits me and he reads me stories, and he also tells me stories, and he also tucks me into bed sometimes, and I like that he gets stuff for me, and he also sometimes likes to skate with me. Mommy takes me skateboarding too. I want to go to the one that's at like a surf place that has a skate bowl, and there's lots of hips, and there's also like a spine, and there's like a deep end that's easy to kick turn in, and I never dropped into it, but now I would. It's like 9 feet. Sometimes I fall on my pads, sometimes I fall on my hips, sometimes I fall on my bone and my back. I was skateboarding, and I was pennyboarding, and I was trying to ollie over some glass, but I didn't have knee pads on, and the thing, the front wheels got over it, but the back wheels didn't, so I flied over it, and then I slided, and that's what made the slide right here, and when I fell, it made right there. I want to be a professional skateboarder one day.
Cool. And what's your favorite part about the Pink Helmet Posse?
That we get to skate together. I wish there was more girls at the skate park because I wanted to be in the same amount of girls to be skating as the same amount of boys.
I think that it's always been a male-dominant sport, and not only has it been a male-dominant sport, but most of the world has looked, and mainly the United States, because that's one of the bigger regions, where skateboarding is popular. With this generation, we're finally getting to the point where they could get to a certain level where they're equal with the boys.
I think the biggest thing is just the proving yourself. Her whole life she's going to have to prove to the boys that she can do it.
There's something to be said about, the way that sometimes girls do things and the grace that they have and sometimes the flow that they have. And I've seen some women pro skaters, they just flow so smoothly. And some of the men, they force things.
They have this group that they all push each other. So there might be other girls that like to skateboard, but these girls are different because one of them does something and the other ones are happy for them, but it pushes them. Like we've seen it happen time and time again. One person does something and then the others watch, and then the next week they're doing it and one-upping. They're 6, you know what I mean? They just want to be, they all want to be the best, and they have so much fun doing it that they just kind of feed off each other. And it's funny, we talk about how the girls rotate. Like one will be at the top, and then the next week the other one's at, you know what I mean? And it's a constant rotation, and they just thrive off each other. It's really a neat thing.